YouTube? It's your boy Inkferno here, and I'm checking in once again with yet another tutorial. Yes sir. Okay, so for the past 3 to 4 days I designed a conceptual flyer for a client. Okay, so in today's video I'm going to run you guys through how I was able to achieve the flyer. Okay, so a little bit of brief before we hop into the work. Okay, so you see that with conceptual flyers you need a concept, okay, a concept or an idea behind what the flyer. Okay, so the theme I was given by the client was arise and then take what? Dominion. See, so let's take lions for example. So I based my concept around the lion. Okay, so when a lion is asleep nobody's what? Afraid, but when the lion wakes everybody what? Runs away, because if you don't take care the lion is going to devour you. Okay, good. So I centered so that was why I centered my concept around the lion. So the lion is awake, so and then it is roaring, so it is taking dominion. It has what? It has arose and it is what? Taking dominion. Okay, so the fire in there and also the spark, they are also there to add up to how powerful the lion is going to be, or the impact the lion is going to make when the lion what? Rises up. Okay, good. And then the shield tree is there to what? To signify what? Security. So let's hop into the work. Okay, so when you need the various resources I'm using to what? To move with me, or let's say use it use it in a similar what project, you can find it on Google. Okay, you just have to search. So when you go to Google, just search for 3D what? Golden shield. Okay, you are going to get the exact thing that I'm using. So you can see that this is what? It is what? Right here. Okay, and then we have a lot of varieties, so it depends on you, the one that you intend what? To go in for. Then with the lion you can search for what? Lion roar. Okay, lion roar. Then you are going to get the things what? The image that what I am using. Okay, all the things that all the various images that I'm using, you can get it from here. Alright, so let's hop into it. So you press Ctrl N to create a new document, or you go to File, New, and then New what? Document. So you change the unit of measurement to inches, and then you go in for 5 by 5 square document. Okay, so width 5, height 5, and then leave everything as it is, and then you go to what? Create. Good. So my images are already downloaded, so I just have to select them. So I need these two, 1 and then what? 2. I'll first drag this in, then bring this one to in. Sorry, my machine is a little bit slow. Okay, yeah, so good. So there we are. So you first drag this one into our document. Okay, so we are going to position it somewhere here. Good. Then you bring in this image too, and then we place. Okay, so the image is too small, so you just have to press Ctrl T to bring in the transform what? Bounding box. Then you scale up. Okay, don't scale too much because the image was a little bit small. Okay, when we download, so don't scale in too much, otherwise you're going to get pixelation what? Issues. Okay, good. So you take it beneath the first layer. Good. And then you adjust it a little bit, then you select the first layer and then you use the arrow keys to push it down. You just want to match what? The ground what? Plane. So you select both of them by holding shift and then clicking on it, either here or by what? Doing it here by holding Control and then clicking. So you push both of them up because you want to achieve this. Okay, good. And then you click on the first one, you add the layer mask by what? Pressing here. You press B for the brush tool by just coming and what? Clicking here, and then you increase the brush size by either doing it here. When you press it, you are going to get the chance to what? Increase the brush size, or you hold Alt and then what? You right click and then drag. So when you are done, you start applying. Make sure that you are on black because we are on a white layer mask. Okay, and then clean. We don't need these areas. Good. need this. Good. So you select the second image again, you press Ctrl J to duplicate, then you push it upwards, okay, so that it fills everything over there. Then you bring it down, either by dragging, okay, or by holding Ctrl and then using any of the bracket keys. Okay, so we have this one. So let's add the layer marks on top of this one too. B for the brush tool, then let's erase. Okay, let's quickly, so you increase and then we erase. We just want to build what our background. Okay, good. So you press Ctrl J on this again to duplicate, Ctrl T for the transform bounding box. You right click and then you go to what, flip what, horizontal, to flip the image horizontally. Then you push it upwards. Click on the layer mark, B for the brush tool, and then erase this region. Okay, so we are in the process of what, building our background. So we just want to build our background. Okay, good. Some cases you have to build your own background. Okay, so it's not always that you are going to get the image as you want. Okay, and you have to build the background to achieve what you prefer. So let's see. Okay, so good. So always when you are working, just as I said the other time, make sure that your navigator is intact and then working as well. Okay, good. So I just hiding. Okay, I was just looking for the background to hide the line over there. Okay, I was looking for the actual image in order to allow me hide that particular thing over there. So B for the move tool, you click on the layer marks of this layer, then let's see if you can erase. Okay, you can use X. You use X to swap the foreground and then the background. Okay, so I think this is okay. So right click on the layer marks and then you go to apply layer marks. Okay, good. So B for the brush tool again, and this time around you right click and then you select the mixer brush tool, then just click and drag inwards. Okay, so you click here and then you drag so that it samples from here. Okay, when you come and click on this and then you drag, it's going to sample from here. Okay, right now I want these areas to cover this area, that's why I'm clicking and dragging from here. So each or any way that things fit to you can use it. Okay, all right. You can also select the brush tool, just right click here and then you hold Alt and then you sample. Okay, then just apply. Okay, so anyway that things fit to you can use. Okay, good. So you switch it from brush tool again to the mixer brush and then you apply, just trying to blend, just trying to take away. Okay, good. So quickly let's bring this one, let's put this one here. Okay, and then B for the brush tool, you hide this, X, then X to change it and then hide the unwanted parts of the image. Hide. Okay, we are just first instance is building. Okay, so we are building things on top of each other just to achieve the desired effect. Okay, so let's duplicate this, then push it up. okay, by using the control and then one of the bracket keys. All right. You click on the first one, you come to the end, and then you press E to make them together. Okay, good. So when you are done with that, press B for the brush tool, right click on it and then measure brush. So increase the diameter of your brush by just clicking on by just pressing on Alt and then right clicking and then dragging. Okay, good. So just apply. Make sure that you're using the settings that I'm having here. Okay, you can experiment. Okay, designing is all up to you. Okay, so you can experiment. You can even get better than what I'm doing. Okay, so just experiment. Okay, good. So just experiment. Okay, good. I think we are almost through. Good. So you go to filter and then blur gallery and then fade blur. So the fade blur allows you to insert points in areas, okay, in areas of your work that you want the blur to be. Okay, it's not like Gaussian blur that affects the whole image. Okay, you can use Gaussian blur for what I'm about to do, but I think this one allows you or gives you more control. Okay, let's put it here and 0. There has to be there has to be a point, but the point is not showing. Okay, I don't know why, but let's still move. So you click here, you click here. So there are all these areas, they are points. Okay, you click here, you see that it's blurring out. Okay, so you click here, then you change it to 0 so that the blurriness does not enter the line. You click here to change to 0. Okay, and the points are not coming. So please forgive me for that. I don't know why the points are not coming, so that they help you understand it more. Okay, so you press here to insert another point. Okay, then you reduce it to, let's say 3. Okay, here to 4. Okay, I think somewhere 4, 3 will do. 0. Okay, so make sure that you take here. You can choose to or not. It will still work. Okay, then go to what? Okay, all right. So let's start mounting the work. Okay, good. So you just come here, search for the downloaded image. Okay, so you just drag it into Photoshop. Just drag it in once. Okay, let's close our lines. Good. Just double click and then just E for the eraser tool and then click. You can use the select subject, then the pen tool too. Anyway, that's what works for you. Okay, so bring it here. Good. Right, then first convert it to smart objects and then click on the fill, bring it down a bit because you want it to fall. Okay, you want the thing to be at the back of this mountain. Okay, good. You push it here. It's all about positioning. Okay, you push it here, Control plus to zoom in. You add the layer mask B for the brush tool. You switch it from measure to brush if yours is still a measure or mixer, and then just wipe out these areas. Okay, make sure that it moves with or it conforms with the topology of the mountain. Okay, or let's see the nature, it's like how the mountain has curved. Okay, it shouldn't be something different. So let's go in for the hard round. Okay, so that we don't get that blurriness effect over that blurriness that we are getting, so that we don't get it. So let's swap, use the X using X, and then let's do away with that. Okay, should it be too sharp? Okay, shouldn't be too sharp. Fortunately for us, we have the lighting effect already applied at the back of our image for us. Okay, so let's intensify it. So you create a new layer, Control Shift N, you can name it. So let's say lights, then enter. Okay, then you change the blending mode to I think screen. This is going to be overlay. Alright, so yellow, I think let's go for this yellow. You select, press OK, and then you switch back to the brush tool. You increase the brush size, you change it from hard round to soft round, because with soft round you see very smooth edges. So that is how light is. Okay, light is not having hard edges, so you apply, then you change it from to overlay. Okay, so it is overlay. Okay, so you can experiment with other. I think it is overlay. Control T to scale it up. Okay, Control J to push, get the effect here. Okay, then reduce. Okay, reduce the fill. Okay, bring it up a bit, duplicate, Control J. The theme is arise and then what? Take what? Dominion. Okay, good. Arise and take dominion. So this is what the theme, arise and take dominion, Isaiah 60. Okay, so the font I used here is called Blue Art Spread. Okay, so what I did basically was I just created a document. Okay, then I typed them in there. So I just create a new document, change it to what? Inches. T for the text to you change the color to black, and then blue spread already there. So okay, so you bring it here, Control J, so end. Okay, Control T for the transform bounding box, and then you scale down. Okay, then you push up. Okay, Control J again to duplicate, you push it here, then you leave. Press Control Enter to select it, or to turn it into a selected what? Text. Then you type take. Okay, so take. Okay, good. You Control A to search. Press in here, then you search for Haston. Okay, so Haston. Good. So arise and take. So arise, so it's going to be what? Bold. Okay, arise. So and take dominion. Okay, good. So you push the end here, and then you increase the size. Okay, right click here, select the end, then you push it. Okay, and then you create a new layer. Okay, then you select, or you select the rectangular tool, or you press U to select what? The rectangular tool, and then just drag here. Okay, so this means what? We are placing emphasis, okay, we are placing emphasis on what? The end. Okay, good. So you arise, and then what? You take what? Dominion. So P for the pen tool. Okay, and then you use these points on the text, E as reference point. Okay, so you click here, and then there. Okay, you click here. Okay, to add up. Okay, and then you hold shift to make sure that So you hold shift and then click in order to make what the point follow on a straight line. Okay, then you click here to insert. When you are clicking here, don't hold shift, okay, otherwise it's going to make an awkward action, unless it's going to create an awkward effect, an unwanted effect, okay, because it constrains. When you hold shift, it constrains the addition of points on the straight line, okay. So you should consider that. We just wanted to, on straight, let's say when we get to horizontal, let's say when we get to a place, that's our point, that is going to be created is based on a horizontal line. We are going to hold shift and then we do, but when it's diagonal, we don't do that. Okay, so hold shift to keep it on a straight line and then click. Okay, so press Ctrl Enter to make a selection, and then Alt backspace to fill it. Ctrl D to deselect. Click on the tick. Press Ctrl Enter to select it. Select the E and then press delete. Okay, Ctrl Enter. So you zoom out. Good. So that is for the E. Okay. Good. That is for the E. And tick. Alright, and tick. Good. So you push this one down a little bit. Okay. And then when I was done, I just scale the thing up. Okay. Press right click on everything and converted them to smart objects. Okay, so I just clicked and then drag them here. Okay, put them to the very top. Press Ctrl T and then scale them down. Okay, good. Scale them down. Then scale them in again. Ctrl Enter to turn the bounding box to do away with the bounding box. Okay, good. So that is what we have. So I got this. Good. I got this here, and then I duplicated it and I hid one. Okay, so there is something called blend if, okay, which happens to be in the layer style, or let's say the blending options window. So you can go into the blending options window by just clicking here, not here, here. Okay, double click. So when it opens up for you, okay, then we have Eve Gray, okay, and then you have blend blend Eve Gray. Okay, so you have black to white and then white to black. Okay, so we are not going to use this one. Okay, we are going to use both, but we are going to use this before the underlying layer before we come to this layer. Okay, so when you bring in the blacks, it starts hiding. Okay, it starts fading away. Okay, good. So this is what we are going to do. We are going to blend the fade. Okay, so you bring it here and then you hold Alt and then you click to separate, and then you bring it to here, bring it to somewhere here. You see that when this goes, it blends. You see, it brings this one in, it blends it even more. Okay, so the white too, let's try bringing it in. You see what it does? So the white moves from here, okay, and the black moves from here. Okay, so we like the white this way, so let's hold Alt and then click on it to split and then bring it here. Okay, so you see that it has blended seamlessly. The blending has become smooth over there. Okay, I think that is the right word. Then you push this one backwards. Okay, push it backwards, then you can bring this one to backwards. If the effect is too intense, you can bring it backwards. Okay, good, so that you achieve this. And then we will smooth 220. Okay, then this one was 18, this was 100. Okay, just to give you that kind of inside feel. Okay, time is not on our side to experiment with a lot of a lot of these art. Okay, so when you are attending to yours, so then you try what experimenting. Okay, and then you go to okay, so this is the effect that you have. Okay, good. So I duplicated this, Ctrl J, and I brought it here. Okay, then you push it to the very top of this one. See, so that it makes that place also pop. Okay, to add up to the effect we are trying to convey. Okay, you position it here. Good. See that? Good. And then I think that is it. So you close this one, we don't need it. You close this one too, we don't need it. And then yes, so we are left with the fire. We want to have that fire feel in the work. Okay, good. So I've downloaded some images here. Download them with the fire effect and then import it into Photoshop. Okay, and this video is going to be a lengthy one because of the effect you want to achieve. So let's say if I like this point, okay, I like this point, I just press Ctrl Shift Alt E to add the screenshots, and then just click and drag. Okay, then release here. Okay, so you change the blending mode to screen. Okay, when you are dealing with fire, always your blending mode, not always, but to be on the secure side, or depending on your concept, but I think always screen is going to help. Okay, good. So you leave it there, you add layer max B for the brush too. So you can still even search for areas, okay, in the same clip, and then get some nice effect from there. And then so let's say this one, to Ctrl Shift Alt T, and then just hold Ctrl and then drag it onto your working area. Then release, change the blending mode to screen. Then you have a nice result. Like the fire shouldn't be too much. Okay, shouldn't be too much. So good. I think we are going to take this. So I have some particle, have a video of particles. Okay, so you just come here. I think I have a shot of the video. So in this scenario, I'm not going to use the video because it might sometimes, because of the size of the video, it might disturb. Okay, good. And then aim for the marquee to then just drag and select this area. Okay, then go to image, and then crop. Okay, Ctrl D to deselect, V for the move to. You take it to your work area and change the blending mode towards screen. Okay, so you scale it up. Okay, scale it up. Right. Then layer mask, you apply, then you erase the unwanted parts. Reduce the brush's opacity so that it just blends more. Okay, so that it blends more. These parts are unwanted, just do away with them. Increase opacity, do away with these parts unwanted. Okay, Ctrl J, Ctrl T, then scale up. Okay, and then see these areas. So big shout out to Ampon B for requesting that I add these flares to make it look more white, to make the effect sell itself more. Okay. yeah. So it's a cool guy too. You can check him up. You can just check him up on YouTube. I think he goes by the name Ampon B Works. Yeah, so you can search for Ampon B Works, and then you are going to get him. Okay, yeah. So Good. So let's do away with some excesses. So we add a black and white. So we want to place emphasis on some areas in the work by using what? Black and white. Okay, good. So we bring in what? Black and white. Okay, black and white. Then we tone the red down a little bit. Okay, let's leave it as this Ink30 is going to do. Then Control I to invert layer marks. B for the brush to increase size of brush, and then reduce the opacity and what? Apply. Okay, straight to white. Okay, good. So that the color sells itself more. Okay, let's reduce the opacity again. Please don't reduce the color too much when you're doing this. Okay, good. So that is it. Okay, so you bring in what? Your logo. So I already have the logo here. So I just bring in the logo of the association. Bring it here. Just you right click. So just as I did for the other tutorials. Okay, so we've already created the concept. Okay, so I think I just have to bring in what the various names and all those kind of things. Okay, because the logo has already been created. So the work itself has already been created. So you just select just as I normally do for my logos. Ctrl J to duplicate text, bring it here. Ctrl Enter to turn it into a text selection. Then this one comes, and then 22. Okay, Ctrl Enter to turn it or to make it permanent or to make it stand as it should be, and then Ctrl Enter again to do it with the boundary marks. Ctrl Shift N. I always create new layers whenever I'm working, just to make sure that my rectangular tools and other things that can interfere with my text don't disturb me. Okay, so we just click and drag. Okay, and then you click here, the fill, you change the fill to none. You click on the stroke, you change it to 1. You change the stroke to what? White. Okay, then you come in here, you just drag downwards, or you can even do it here. So let's say 5. So you go for the marquee 2, rectangular marquee 2, by pressing M for the marquee 2, and then you click and drag. Okay, to create this insertion over here, hold space so that you can control the position of the drawn shape with the marquee 2. And then this, so I like it here. Push it down, then use the arrow keys to push it again if you don't like where it has been placed. And then once you are done, press V for the move to, and then click on the marquee, click on the layer mark afterwards. Okay, just click on the layer mark. So you are going to get this effect. So you have to invert the layer mark. So press Ctrl I and then invert, and then get this effect. Okay, so with the remaining info, they are just typing. Okay, they are just typing, so just type them. And then so just arrangement. Okay, because of time I will not type all these things because they happen to be too much. Okay, so I'll just click on them, then I'll just drag them. You have it like this. Okay, so you are left with one more thing, which is what this thing over here. Okay, so what they gave me was too much. Okay, so this is what I did. You see, arise and take dominion. Okay, so at the side, so this is what you do to arise and take dominion. Okay, so I did, so that was the very reason why I brought those things here. Okay, so you just have to so quickly, we've even forgotten this, but let's do that before we go to that. So we select this is what I was given. So you select it, you come to Photoshop, T for the text tool, you click, you change it to border. So border, you're going to select what? Medium. Then Control V to paste, Control A to select everything, then bring them down. Okay, so you are going to break them down to your likeness. Okay, so I was just doing shifting and shifting. Okay, that was how I was able to achieve that one line. Okay, because time is against us, I'm going to bring in the text from the other work. Okay, because time is against us. Okay, time is against us. So that was, you see that it has started what? Forming. Okay, so that was what I did. Now I just changed colors. Okay, so always check for them. Okay, and then do away with them. Okay, like these lines for instance, see this, so you just check for them. So in my case, this is the traitor. Okay, so just do away with the line. Okay, it's very important. Okay, good, it's very important. So do away with it, Control 0. Okay, good. So you come to the very top, and then you just make point. Okay, so let's see, so I just created, you see, I just made points. Okay, then the color was what? White. I made the color white. Okay, and then text, so I was giving this, so just go for, I just selected everything, I copied. You come in here, you try duplicating, just click on this, Control J to duplicate, and then Control Enter, and then Control V to paste. You see that they already have their points. Okay, so adoration, Control A to select everything, just as we have in Office Word. Click on this one to turn it back to this. I think I prefer medium. Okay, good. Let's put them here. Okay, good. Then right under them. Okay, right under them, or right on top of the rectangle, create a new layer, push it under. Okay, push it under the rectangle layer, then press B for the brush to swap to black, increase the size, and then apply. Okay, just apply. Okay, just apply. Okay, just apply, so that we can see the text. Okay, good. You have to see the text, it's very important. Okay, good. So yeah, that is it. Yes. Yeah, so that was how I was able to achieve this work. Okay, let's add in more black and white, swap more black and white. Okay, so you are just using the principle of our layer max. Okay, good. So this was how I was able to achieve this piece. Okay, yes, this is how I was able to achieve this piece right here. Okay, good. So these ones were what? Yellow. Okay, but let's keep them as white. Okay, so I want to say a big thank you to you for having time for me as I walk through this tutorial. Okay, so shalom, peace.